Looks like Saka is going to be good. Reports coming out of the England team, made by the interim coach, pointing to him being okay, which is a very, very big boost for Arsenal. So the game coming up during the weekend on Saturday against Bournemouth, I didn't mind if he had to miss that one game. Yes, I wouldn't have minded that too much. That's why we brought in Sterling, and we also have Jesus. I think for that particular game, it would be okay with those two. Either one of those two would have done, I think, in my view. But it's really good news. It seems that they were just trying to be, cautious. So they didn't want to risk Saka for the Finland game. And I'm happy. I'm happy about that news. So let's see what the Arsenal assessment comes up with and the report from that. But I suspect it will be the same. And it's good news. Also good news around Odegaard. During the past few days, social media accounts were claiming there was a setback, pushing his return to around early December, maybe December, somewhere there. But it appears anyway, that nothing of the sort has happened. It's just I don't know, it's just what it is. Social media accounts and the things we get from them. So he looks like he's going to be back soon, not as late as what has been reported over the past few days. And I'm hoping he'll be back for the Liverpool game, or the game before that, so that he can get a bit of minutes before that game. It'll be good to see the two teams at their strongest, so that we can learn as much as we can learn, so you can maybe assess what the season is gonna look like. But yeah, the arguments around the number of games people are playing, especially during these international breaks, is valid to an extent in my view. But I suspect, I'm not entirely sure, but I think the same number of games are being played as was a few decades back. So yeah, I don't see how that. Though I suspect football is somewhat a bit faster, and in my view anyway, when I watch some of those games back, we're talking about teams that people used to drink before the game, drink after the game. It feels a bit slower when I'm watching old games like from the 80s or things of that sort. Yes, people probably were more robust then, but I think all in all, football has just gone up a little bit, a level or so up. It's a bit faster, so I think, and the training must be a bit more than what people from that era used to go through. So the likelihood of injuries, I think, comes from a combination of those things. But yeah, I wouldn't want to see any more competitions added, that's for sure. I don't want to hear about people have to be playing in America for a certain period. It would be interesting if things were mixed up, but in a balanced fashion. It doesn't help anybody that there are more games and less people playing them that we would want to see playing. Certain stars would get injured and won't see them for long periods of time. So, play, little space for them to also come back and then play at the very best of their abilities is what I would like to see more. But yeah, it is what it is. I doubt we can change anything. We'll see. But yeah, and the other injuries, be it Kai seemed to have had, Kai Havertz joined the Germany team over the break. Seems he had a knee issue, but it wasn't that bad. I think they're also trying to be risk averse, so he seems he's going to be fit for the game coming up on Saturday. Thomas Partey seems to have been a bit ill. He didn't join the Ghana team, so that might be flu or something like that. So he'll be fit, I think. Timber as well. It was said to be a knock. I don't know exactly what it is, but I suspect he'll be fit as well. White is also looking like he's going to be fit really soon. So yeah, especially around that position of his and Timber's, there's going to be competition. I hope he's working hard and steel sharpens steel. So let's see who comes comes out on top between him, Timber, and Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu, I think, is at a disadvantage at the moment, but you never know. Let's see what happens. But Timber has been playing really well in that position, and very dynamic, very defensively, really strong. So let's see what happens with those returns. But I suspect we'll have a full complement, which would be really good. And let's see what happens on Saturday.